Welcome to another episode of the AHRC Marathon Training Vlog. 10K here on a brisk Tuesday morning after school. Just dropped off Evan and out on my recovery run. Today, I'm going to talk about the workout that AHRC uses as a race predictor for the marathon. But before I jump into that, let's drop in on past 10K and let's see how the workout went this morning with the kids and the rest of AHRC. MK here, and it is a brisk 42 degrees Fahrenheit over here at the Woodbridge High School track. This morning I'm going to be coaching the kids, and they are right now on their warm-up. They're going to warm up for about 3.5 miles, and we have a very easy track session today, 5 times 600 meters at only 5K race pace. Should be a breeze. Not really expecting any surprises. I'm going to just do some coaching this morning and get my run in later this morning so that I can get some footage in the sun. Cole, Evan, and the rest of AHRC are going to try to do the first 600 meter rep at 2:15, and he's going to try to come through at 2:20. Then we're gonna try to tighten the screws a little bit and do the second and third rep at around 2:09 for the big group, and Haven's gonna try to stay under 2:20. Then on the second and third rep, Cole, Evan, and the rest of AHRC are gonna try to go at around 2:09 and finish up at around 2:07. Haven's gonna try to keep it at just around 2:20 or under 2:20 for all 5 of her reps. All right, let's do this. It was a pitch black morning, 40 degrees Fahrenheit, and I was able to get just a little bit of action shots with a light and my GoPro since I had my coaching hat on this morning. What a great workout. I'm so proud of Cole for taking on a leadership role and pacing the group. He took them out on really great splits, and also he was able to negative split the last few reps just like I asked him to do. So really well done. He's really dialed in. He's comfortable enough to check the 100 meter splits as he's going around the oval. So looking really good. Speed at VO2 max is really developing, and he'll be able to comfortably run the marathon race and have it feel super easy. Okay, last one. Here you go. Evan did really well as well. She had a little bit of trouble towards the beginning and middle of the workout, but once she found a groove, she did fine and was able to hit all the splits and stay with Cole the whole way around the oval. Cole had some really good 600 meter splits and was able to get around and finish in 2:15 as instructed for the first 600 meters, and then 2:11 for the second, third, and then 2:07 and 2:07 for the fourth and the fifth 600 meter split. Really well done. Good job, Cole. Good job, Evan. Good job, AHRC. All right, you probably clicked on this video because you want to find out how AHRC does its workout for predicting a marathon race. Using online race predictors or fitness watch race predictors are good ways to kind of get dialed in and figure out a race strategy. It's pretty good for me because all of those predictors actually are pretty close to my actual finish times. However, I have a lot of friends and I know a lot of other athletes who aren't as lucky as I am when it comes to the accuracy of those race predictors. In the end, there are a few factors that give me a lot of confidence when building out a strategy for my marathon race. I've been able to dial in on predicting my finish time and building out a race strategy because of a lot of experience a lot of repetition and practice and attempts at racing marathons and going through so many different training builds. So I'll roll all those up into a separate vlog episode and explain how I come up with race strategy using all of the different indicators for my current race fitness. In today's episode, we're going to focus on just the one key workout that gives me confidence in knowing what my race pace should be for the marathon. So at 3 weeks out from race day, I'll do a long run of 18 to 20 miles. That long run will have a workout built into it. It's typically how Jack Daniels designs his workouts, and it's what I typically do for any of the long runs that I do on Sunday morning. However, the long run 3 weeks out from race day is a special one, and we're going to do 3 times 5 miles with 3-minute floats in between each of those cruises. I'm going to warm up for 2 miles at V.Easy. I'm not going to warm up with a jog. I'm going to go directly into easy pace. This is the time when I'm going to have to start really dialing in and training my body to run easy pace right out the gate. Remember, there's going to be little to no warm up on race day because of scheduling, because of shuttle buses, maybe because of timing. Who knows what's going to happen? So we have to be ready to be able to run cold at easy pace. So I don't want that to be a negative experience on race day. I don't want to feel extra pressure then. So I'm going to make sure that I have experience running right out the gate at close to marathon pace. And then we're going to go for the first 5-mile set at steady state pace. And then that should feel relatively easy, even with a hard week of training, since I'm 3 weeks out from the marathon. And then after a 3-minute float, I'm going to go at marathon pace for another 5 miles. And then I'm going to go 5 miles at lactate threshold effort. This is going to be really tough, but up until then, I will have been building up my lactate threshold workouts to either a personal best or near a personal best 10K time trial. So I'll be used to it. I just won't be used to doing that kind of effort on tire legs towards the end of a long run. So why this variation in all of the different paces? Why not just do a really long, continuous marathon pace run? Well, it's not going to give me the same kind of simulation as running the actual race. As weird as it sounds, doing continuous marathon pace running doesn't simulate the marathon race. It only simulates a portion of the marathon race. We want to know what it feels like for the entire race. And the hardest part of the race is undeniably the end of it. And how do we get there without going deep, deep, deep into the well and putting ourselves in a position where we need a week or 2 weeks of recovery? I mean, we might as well just run the race. Well, we want to simulate that feeling by inducing fatigue. And we don't want to induce fatigue so much that we require some recovery period afterwards. So that's why we start the first 5 miles at steady state, just get our blood pumping, we lose some hydration through sweat, through breathing, and then we do 5 miles at marathon pace to kind of feel that rhythm so that we remind our brain, oh, this is what it feels like to be running at the pace that we're going to be racing at, and trying to convince ourselves to stay calm and relaxed. And then in the final 5 miles, we're going at lactate threshold effort, because that's the actual effort that we'll be putting in the last 6 to 8 miles of the marathon race. So By that point, after 10 miles of steady state and marathon pace running, we'll feel a lot more fatigue. We'll feel like we're kind of in the middle of the race. And then even though we might not be running as fast as lactate threshold pace on the day of the race, that's where our heart rate will be. So we're putting ourselves in that position where we're deep into a run, past an hour and a half, and we can push our body to the limit of how we will feel in the last 10 to 12K of the marathon race. So for this workout, if I'm able to do the first 5 miles and feel pretty comfortable, do the second 5 miles and feel really dialed in to my race pace, and then do the last 5 miles, and actually I'm gonna hurt there, but be able to complete it and then not go so deep into the well that the next day I can still do my recovery run, then I know that that pace, that marathon pace that I set for myself in the middle is correct for me. Not only is this workout a good race predictor, it's also good at keeping us fine-tuned and sharp for the race. It's also a good confidence builder since we touch on all the different heart rates that we will be experiencing on race day. So my groin is pretty mad at me right now, not really giving me full range of motion. I'm still doing all of the rehab exercises and movements and all of the supplemental strength work to help me get back to full capacity, but man, groin's just not cooperating. I'm not going to be all down about it. I've run plenty of marathons and I'm confident of my ability when I am healthy, but my only kind of disappointment is that I might not be able to document Evan's race, and I really wanted to do that for her and also for myself, just to have it for me personally to look back on, but I also wanted to do it for all of you guys because I know you guys watch the channel and are invested not only in kind of learning tips for yourselves, but also invested in seeing how Evan does and that she is successful and safe and healthy and happy. So I'm not going to let this injury bring me down and make me negative. I'm definitely going to figure out ways to accomplish the mission, whether it's to drop down to the half marathon and wait for her and then follow her from the midpoint mark, or even if it means dropping out of the race altogether and documenting somehow on a bicycle or as a spectator. I'm going to take my training day by day and I'm going to listen to my injury, I'm going to listen to my body, and I'm going to take opportunities that I can when I'm afforded them, and I'm going to do my best to run beside Evan with camera. But if that doesn't work out, that's okay. I'm going to still document her journey. I'm going to still talk to you guys every day and provide you with tips for your own marathons. And I'm going to still continue to make my body healthier and keep working on not only getting rid of my injury, but improve my own running ability. Hey, do me a favor, like this video, help out the algorithm a bit, smash that subscribe button. It really helps our channel a ton. Don't forget, you can follow us on Strava by searching for Michael Kim at AHRC, and join our Strava club by searching for AHRC. We are also on Instagram at, you guessed it, AHRC. Thanks for shuffling along with me all the way to the end of this run and talk. I'm gonna do my best to enjoy the rest of my day. I hope you have a great day, and a meaningful run. We'll see you in the next one. All right, bye now.